Hey everyone, welcome to Shoot On. I'm fixing to install Steiner's new MPS 2.0 red dot onto my SIG P320. This sight is the second generation of Steiner's micro pistol sight. It's been updated. You can go over to shooton.com and read the full review when I'm finished with that. But anyway, some new updates on that. I'm really liking it so far. I've tested it out on an SBR or a pistol, AR platform pistol, and it did great. So I want to put it on the pistol here, the SIG, and see how it's going to run. But anyway, I've encountered a problem, and it's a problem that many of you, if you haven't already hit it, you probably will at some point when you go to put a red dot on a pistol. So we're all familiar with the need, too often, unfortunately, to come up with adapters to get that right combination between the footprint of the slide, the footprint of the red dot. In this case, it's an acro, so I needed an acro plate that would allow this to be mounted to the SIG. So I got a mount from CH, and it's worked good in the past, but with this configuration, I'm hitting the rear sight, the factory sight on the back of the red dot. So it will not mount. The only solution is to remove the rear sight. So whether you need to do the same when you are installing a red dot, or say you're just wanting to install some aftermarket sights, get rid of the old plain iron sights on your gun and maybe upgrade to a tritium or some other design, you got to know how to get rid of that sight. So in this case, this is a drift in place. It's a dovetail joint slide and sight system. So we got to push that out. Now there's a few ways you can do that. Probably the easiest for most people is to get a universal sight pusher like this one from Real Avid. It's got some components that allows you to adapt it to different size slides, different sight configurations, so you can push that out. If you're lucky enough, running a Glock for example, the dedicated or model specific sight pusher is always the best way to go, because it takes out a lot of the variables. This one is from XS Sights. I use this every time I'm doing a sight install on a Glock. Love it, good and solid. The other thing you can do is the old-fashioned way to move a dovetail joint out, and that is with a brass drift, brass punch, and a hammer. Now there's a fourth option. This is one I came across a few years ago. It's called the Wyoming Sight Drifter, and what it is, it's got a brass ram on one end, it's got a nylon ram on the other, and the body is spring. So it's a spring, and it's simply a matter of, that wham wham is what slowly and very methodically will drift out a component that's fit with a dovetail joint. So I'm going to try that. I don't know if it should work, but you never know. You never know how tight these things are. But we're going to give that a shot. But at any rate, if you have this problem, there are solutions out there. But the key is get something that's going to work specific to the slide. A lot of times when you're using a hammer and a punch, it's hard to get the slide to stay in position to where you can get that force that you need without things just rolling and scattering. So if you can always put it in a vise, that's always a good thing. Anyway, let's see how this is going to work on this sight. So the general rule of thumb whenever you're drifting anything is to go from you're pushing from the left side and pushing it out the right side. And that's because, again, traditionally, dovetail jointed components are fitted by pushing it in from the right side to the left. So start with just get everything positioned so that you're hammering the sight from the left side as you would be facing it and out to the right. So what we'll do here, see how this is going to go. You just pull back and let go. I think we're moving. We are definitely moving. See, this is very controlled. Everything stays in position, the slide's not rolling around on a bench block, and you just go like that. You can also use this to do an install. You know, go ahead and get your typical 1/3 to 1/2 entry into the dovetail slot with the slide, and then you just hammer in from the opposite direction, trying to get to that center point. So again, because it is, you know, you can vary the amount of force obviously by how far back you pull the spring, so that when you're drifting in, you know, installing a dovetail component, you can just be very easy, very gentle, and very controlled, and see where your center is going to be. You're trying to get that notch into the center of the slide as your starting point, and it's a lot easier not to overdrive a component like this using this system, I found, than sometimes it is maybe with a universal, or even sometimes a dedicated sight pusher. So anyway, that's really all there is to it. So we're going to go ahead and finish this up, take it off. And that's that. And of course, you're always using brass for this, so that it doesn't, it's not going to mar or, you know, damage the steel slide or the sight. So anyway, that's just a little trick if you're running into a problem with installing a red dot sight, or you're simply just upgrading your factory sights to a night sight or something like that. There are tools to use this or to make that happen. This has become my favorite, but you also have other options. Now with the sight out, we should have a perfect fit, and we do. So now we can go out and get this Steiner MPS 2.0 tested.